Hey guys, Ashen here, back with another Hollow Knight episode. So, in the last episode, we took care of the Mantis village and the Mantis lords. We got ourselves a new ability of climbing walls, and yeah, today we are going to backtrack in some of the places that we can now access using the Mantis Claw, and two of those places are here in Dirtmouth. If you guys remember, this is not something we can do. This was where the crumbling floor was. This is actually something which we can do now, and this is where Brooding Moloch was. And if you guys remember, it was designed in such a way that you had to wall jump. So we are going to do that now, as we also are a bit stronger with our new spell charm, the Shaman Stone. And yeah, let's do that today. And we'll also explore a few more places in Green Path and Fungal Wastes, and we can end the episode by going into a new place. Let's see. So in the last episode also we got a 4 mass shards, so we have 6 health points now, so that's a plus. Take care of these enemies. Nice start. So we have to go down and to the right. If you look at the map, we have to go down here, and we should be seeing something up top. Yup, that is another mass shard, and now we can access it by jumping over here. So here we have oh my, that's a nice introduction to the gauntlet we have here. So there is a gauntlet of here with worms, and you need to traverse this carefully. So here there are 3 worms, and yup, that's one more, and we just need to fall down, and boom, we have got another mass shard. So we are on our way to get our next health point. Still 3 shards remaining, but yeah, that's 25% of the job done. So let's open the map and let's remove this marker. We can now, let's proceed here to where Brooding Moloch was. Collecting some geo, and we also try to get the, not here, wrong place. We'll also try to get the lantern soon. If we collect that much geo, that will be really helpful. So now we can just directly go from here, as we can climb walls, makes the job a lot easier. Let's collect some soul before we head to that place. And this is, if you guys remember, this is where we can now wall jump, but you could also do pogo off the spikes, but now that we have this, boom, easy. And this is where you were supposed to look down, and boom. So let's make our way. This time I'm going to defeat him. I won't go back. I won't leave him alone. This time we'll fight him. use your spell as much as you can. I'm actually planning to destroy him using spells this time. And now that we have dash, we can actually dodge his jumping moves. Oh, I'm only... Oh no, that attack hit me. Oh. No, no, no. Nicely done. So that was a close one, guys, but yeah, we took our revenge. And for this fight, we get another master shard. So yeah, that's 50% work job done in just a few minutes. That's really great. And you can break this wooden support, and we are here back in this place where we found conifer. It's just to the left now. So yeah, that's it for the Mantis Claw backtracking in Dirtmouth. Let's actually heal a bit. The spells do a lot of damage, guys, and as you can see, I'm just focusing on this pattern where I first build up soul and then I use the soul for the spell, and that is actually a really balanced way to fight. You will consistently do a lot of damage. And what we can actually do right now is let's visit our club father, and because he will give us some coin or geo, and we can use that to let's see how much we get first. We won't get that much, I know. Here we get something. Let's see what that is, and we have another mass shard. I actually forgot, and that actually makes it 75% of them towards the next shard that we want, and that's a really great news. And thanks, club father. I actually forgot that he gives you one this soon. So if we find another mass shard, we can get 7 health points. Isn't that amazing? And I'm just trying to collect 1800 because I just noticed that we are very close to 1800, and with 1800 we can get the lantern as well. And yeah, actually I again remembered something. I think we can do that. Yeah, it will be a bit risky, but we can do that. Let's see. Let's first that's our 1800 geo. Let's make our way to Mr. Sly. And we can get the lantern. That's great. We got a really important item pretty soon. And yeah, next time if we have geo, we'll try buying these vessel fragments because we also need that. So let's save, and before we head down to the next place, let me just show you one more thing. If you, instead of just ascending, if you just wall climb, boom, we actually have another secret, and it's a Hallowness seal, and this will come in real handy in, if not this episode, no, not this episode, that will be really so. In the next episode, we will learn what we can do with those relics that we have been finding in Hallowness, like these 3 Hallowness seals and then this Wanderer's Journal. So now, let's remove this beacon, and Now what we are going to do is we are going to backtrack to green path, and there we can do a few more things. And yeah, we are actually, like, spoiler alert, we are actually going to complete the mask fragments, I mean all 4 mask fragments for the next hit point in this episode, and that's what we are going to do. So let's travel to no, actually let's take the normal route to green path. That will actually be much faster than going back to the stack station, because where I'm planning to go is to into the stone sanctuary and over here. So let's let's take the long path. I mean, by long path I mean the one that doesn't include fast travel, and we are we are actually very fast now because of our new abilities. No need to worry about traversal. Yes, so now that you guys can see, now we have the lantern, and it's actually right like beside, like hanging from the waist of our character. And yeah, that is actually a good source of illumination. There he goes down to the spikes. And inside the stone sanctuary, if you guys remember, it was really dark over here because, as I told you, we didn't have a light source. But now we can actually travel here. And if you inspect a face carved from stone, it says, if you guys remember, there was something similar to this in the fungal wastes. It said, we remember the elder. So keep these monuments in mind. They will come in handy much later in the game. So we'll later we will have an ability with which we can actually interact with these statues, so that will be real fun. And yeah guys, as I was telling you, we are going to complete our next mask hit point collection in this episode. So that was like 4 shards in what, less than 10 minutes. That was really good, and now we are much more stronger. So yeah, that was it for the stone sanctuary, and now we are going to make our way over here. This one, if you guys remember, there was nothing in the long distance, we couldn't do anything. This is something where we can go to, so let's go there. Lol, I just dashed way earlier than I was supposed to. And we have to go to the left. Let's do that. And this is where we fought a huge moss charger, if you guys remember. That was a while back. Not while, like a few episodes ago. And yeah, this is where we were blocked. So if you guys remember, we have to travel across by pogoing off this enemy. Can I make that? Yeah. No. Yup. And yeah, so we weren't able to climb this earlier, but now, boom, easy. We have a small enemy here. So this enemy actually is a good replenishment of geo if you For example, if you are not able to pogo and you are at your last health hit point, so that enemy is a good source of geo. And we have crossed this, and we can break this vine and we can inspect this tablet. So they are warning us to go ahead, and we can't actually go ahead because, as you can see, there's a vine up top, and we actually have to break that vine from the other side. So this will get connected with a green path much later. So not really something we can do right now, but let's have a look at what we can do. And again, guys, that's like 5 shards in this episode, but this is not a mask fragment. This is a vessel fragment, the first one that we get in this playthrough. So as I told you, vessel fragments will increase your soul meter, and there are 3 vessel fragments required, or they're not 3, I mean you need 3 vessel fragments to increase your soul meter by 1 level. So yeah, and Sly is also selling one, so if we ever collect enough geo, we can invest in that. Don't forget to actually bounce off. Nicely done. I love how these bugs react to when you actually pogo off them. They are like they actually fumble a bit and go down. That's pretty cute. So let's go back. So we can actually go to a new place, and I think that is what we are going to do in this episode, rather than continuing with the main story, because it is really beneficial to backtrack with the new ability that we have, that you get each and every time. So what we are going to do is let's actually make our way to a new area, and that is at this place. If you guys remember, this is where we found those boulder shells, who were it was like a mini boss with 2 boulders. So there was actually a path to climb up ahead, and this will actually lead to a new area. So yeah, I'm going to meet you guys just at the mouth of this new area. I'm going to cut the rest. So hey guys, we are here, and as you can see, we don't have the map for this area, and you can understand by that it's actually a new area and not something we have. I'm not saying that we haven't been before, but we haven't found the map. So we are going to do that in the remainder of this episode. And if you guys remember, this is where we jumped down to the boulder fight, and this is a place where we can actually climb, and let's do that. And if you guys can hear closely, that is the sound of a grub. As you can see, there he is. You're welcome. And if you actually go down, you will just go back to this place. So just I don't know why that exists, but yeah. I'm sorry if you guys think that I am like planning on things very suddenly, because As I told you, I don't really have a plan. I will try to be more precise or have a plan next time. But yeah, please bear with me for this. And this, guys, is actually a new area. The name will pop out in any moment. Yeah, Howling Cliffs. So let's first cover the bottom portion, because here we have something. And this is a king's idol. I believe that's the first king's idol we have got. And it is another relic of sorts. This is a king's idol that was it is the idol of the king of Hallownest, and he was worshipped through these idols. So yeah, we really need to find the person who needs this. And if you try to go left, you can't really go. It's blocked, or the wind is blocking you. So now let's make our way to the top. So if you guys remember, we saw another tree like this in the fungal wastes, and we can't really do anything with them even right now. And they will become relevant once we get the necessary items. So no need to worry about what these are for. So I'm just trying to collect a bit of geos so that we can collect the mass fragments soon from Mr. Sly. No. And as you can see, this is actually a breakable wall. Whenever you hit it, it actually moves. So yeah, you can figure that out by doing that. If you inspect this, some more warnings about going ahead. Here we have another Wanderer's Journal. You can break this, and we are actually back at this place. And if you guys didn't notice, this is another breakable wall. As you can see, in the whole black background, there are cracks that you can see. So that means that this is a breakable wall. So some ominous looking background here, and if you go here, there is this huge dead bug lying, and it says the corpse of a large bug, and we can't really do anything with this right now. So actually most of the things which just tells you something like the monuments of face carved in stone, we remember the elder, or this corpse, the corpse of a large bug. But these things you will be able to interact with them when you gain or when you obtain a special item. So yeah, you will understand which item it is when you get it, or you will understand what you need to use it on when you get that item. And as you can hear that familiar humming, Mr. Sly is around. I mean not Sly, Mr. Conifer, the cartographer. Paper, as you can see, Paper will always be lying around whenever he's close by. And yeah, this is Conifer again. Yeah, let's buy it because we have some maps are really important. I won't miss out on any maps. And as you can see, I closed the map by mistake, and this is where we are. And if you guys remember, this is where we started the game, the King's Pass. So actually we are going to connect green paths to with the Howling Cliffs, and again back to the King's Pass, the start of the game. So that will be a really good exploration, a bit of exploration. And if you guys remember, and if you guys might have noticed, there's another way to go to the right. So let's do that. Beware, there are some flies around and spikes at the bottom. Now that we have a lot of health, it's really good. So if you can hear closely, there is a breakable wall. So that is going to get connected from down below. I mean from up above. I mentioned the complete opposite direction. So yeah, don't forget to look down. That tip will help you. Oh, that tip will help you in a lot of places. I'm just foolishly going down without doing anything. Yeah, over there. No, I fall down because of the... How many times did I just die at the same place? So as you guys remember, there's a knockback to each and every attack. So make sure. It's very risky on fighting on these like small platforms. Better to pogo on them. Let's heal. Ah, he just came out of nowhere. I think I'm going to leave them behind and find a What is happening? I'm going to kill them together. Yep, that is what I planned. Sometimes I just don't tell you guys what I'm planning, and those are some of the more foolish looking things. That is my style. And there are again so many flies over here. Do you guys remember the time when I last said that I had a lot of health and now we have like just 2 hit points? Yeah. Never get too cocky in your life, guys. Nothing good will come by being cocky. So as you can see, it's a very beautiful background with these butterflies flying around, you could say, and you can just drop down, no need to worry about anything. And here we get a new charm, the Joni's Blessing. So if you guys remember, Salubra had a charm called Lifeblood Heart, and Lifeblood Heart would give you those 2 extra hit points that is temporary, that you cannot refill. In Joni's Blessing will convert all of your hit points into these blue cocoons or these blue shells. That means each and every hit point that you have that you will not be able to heal. So that might sound a bit counterintuitive, but in the long run, as you get more and more charms, it actually forms a really good combination with some other charms. So yeah, nothing of use right now, but later on it can come in handy in a few, like in certain situations. So I'm just trying to avoid these flies. I think I'm making a grave mistake by just ignoring all of them. No. I'm just going to get out. I'll hit this once for some soul so that I can heal. Nicely done. And now let's make our way to the top. So as you can see, we are nearing the top of this place and we have to go right, not from there. Taking care of the small enemies. So as you can see, the enemies were really basic in this place, so you are expected to come here much before. So that is why I am I have entered here and wanted to show you this place before we proceed into the main story. There were some spikes over there and he died. That was great. Wonderfully done. He is just enjoying inside of me. I hope that didn't sound wrong. Some geo. We'll get each and every geo, no need to collect. And here there is another monument of sorts. Here lies Gorb the Great Mind. Again we find another monument that we can't really do anything. But yeah, that time will surely come. And if you go down from here, there is a house of sorts, there is a bench. I'm not going to rest here, no need. And here we have a new NPC, the Nail Master Mato. So he's surprised that we found his sanctuary here at the top of the world. And he is Nail's Master Mato and the student of the great Nail Sage, and we are going to become his pupil and he will teach us a master's nail art. So let's do that. And guys, this is a new fighting ability that we have obtained. It is called the Cyclone Slash. So it is really helpful, and when we hold left click it will concentrate energy, and when we release it while holding up and down it will perform a Cyclone Slash. And it is really helpful with certain boss fights or enemies, and we are going to use that. So I'm just bowing down to him. So let's try to use the ability, not on him of course, not that it will do anything to him because he's an NPC, but now if we hold W, yeah, yes, you guys saw. So it will do a Cyclone Slash of so it's really good for like smaller enemies, or if you are crowded by many enemies, and if you actually hold, or I mean keep tapping W or S, it will do a longer slash. So yeah, that was a really good find. Let's actually try to use that with some enemies. Yup, see, that was so powerful. Really good for crowd control, as I was telling. And now let's make our way back to the start of the game. Not over here, but if we go here, yep, if you guys remember, this was the first thing we saw when the game actually started. And as I was telling you in the very first episode, you can actually climb this wall, and this will take you back to the King's Pass, or the Howling Cliffs. This is the King's Pass. So I'm just going to show you where it all connects. So this is where we accidentally dropped down, and yeah, that is where everything is connected. So I'm going to make my way down to Dirtmouth, and I'll see you guys there. So here we are back at Dirtmouth, guys. We did a lot of backtracking today, and this is Britta. She's actually sitting here now, and if you guys just wait for a minute or just a few seconds, yeah, she actually blushes when you sit beside her, and if you go away and come back, she will make this sound. Oh. So yeah. Ooh. Okay, so the last thing that we are going to do today is actually go back to Queen Station and into the fungal wastes, and that will be a part of like backtracking, the last backtracking we are going to do today. So let's do that. So where we are actually planning to go is, let me show you on the map, somewhere over here. As you can see, this place is not explored yet. We'll visit this and then it will be time to wrap up. So let's make our way over there. So I think it's better to just go from here. Yep. Yeah, actually, let's go from here first. Taking care of these enemies. Oh yeah, nicely done. Yeah, that was really unfortunate. Let's heal. I actually wanted to pogo off that enemy, but as you can see, there is acid water down there and you have to bounce on these walls. And yeah, so this is another place that we can go to, and there are some bouncy balls and there is this shooter, and don't try to get hurt by these thorn amalgamation over here, because here we have another grub. We are finding so many grubs, and we can go down from here and fall into acid. And another thing you can do is actually jump and reach this place, and jumping carefully. We have another charm, the spore shroom. So let's see what that does. This is spore shroom, and when you actually focus soul, it will emit a spore cloud that will slowly damage enemies. So if you're trying to heal, you will actually emit some poisonous gases that will harm the enemy. So if you didn't hear that, that was actually another breakable wall. And yeah, there is some geo over here. Let's get all the geo that we can. And here to the left, we have this something of an orientation going on, and these enemies are hostile. You can take care of them easily. Oh radiant being, we are blessed. Your ray touches us, your warmth fills us. It's the Moss Prophet. So it's talking about some light and how we should embrace the light. Thank you, Mr. Moss Prophet, for your intelligent words. And if you try to go here, yep, If you guys didn't notice, we are in Deep Nest, and I was actually planning to fall down here and show you some of Deep Nest. These enemies are relentless, they will follow you everywhere. But yeah, I'm not going to do Deep Nest today. We are going to get out of Deep Nest, and that is where we'll end the episode. So let's follow our map and make our way. So as you can see, this is a very spooky place. There are these centipedes going down. So we are going to tackle Deep Nest in a later episode. I'm not going to discuss anything right now. I'm just trying to make my way out of this horrible place. This will be a very short adventure into Deep Nest. I hope it will be short. I am actually going the wrong place. Oh no. Oh, I think I messed up, guys. We will see how. There's some spooky stuff going on to the left, as you can see. There is another me of sorts. I didn't want to come here. I was just planning to show you a glimpse of Deep Nest, but this is definitely much more than a glimpse. I think I should just die because it's no sense of going here. Yeah, we can collect the geo later if we want, because I'm not really planning to go into Deep Nest right now, because if we go on much further we won't be able to progress. I mean, we won't be able to return back without exploring Deep Nest. So yeah, I'm actually going to die here on purpose. So that's it, guys. I hope you didn't mind the abrupt ending, and this episode was really random. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.